So I want to talk about the doorway or corridor theory, and I don't remember where I got it originally, so there's no credit given, but I have seen it in a few places. And the theory or the idea, it's a mental game that you can play that kind of helps you when you're deciding on a project to take on and or to not take on the project. And the problem is that we often, when we're about to start a project, we come up with different reasons for why it won't work. And so we get in this fixed thinking that we're in a hallway and that there's one point at the end of the hallway and that this is the only destination that this project is going. So we don't actually see this other possibility, which is that there are many other doors in the hallway that open up as you keep going. So if you see only that one fixed point, that's the sort of a fixed mindset, and you're probably going to talk yourself out of the project. Or if you're working with a team, you'll find a way to talk yourself out of it. But with a growth mindset, you see that the doors open up as you go along. So a practical example would be someone who is maybe launching a clothing line, which is pretty crowded market and can be probably prone to a lot of fear that you're not doing something insanely original. Like but there are many opportunities in every vertical to do something original and put your own spin on it. But so in this example, the person with the clothing line might say, okay, I don't think it's going to work. There's too many issues with like supply chain and it's a crowded market. But if you have the growth mindset and the extra doorways approach, I guess we'll call it that temporarily, is that you'll see, okay, I can get started on the project and we'll see what we learn as we go along. And those are the doorways that will pop up. So you can always pivot the idea off of clothing line, and you can look up famous pivots. Like one of them would be Airbnb, something with a cereal box. I can't even remember the story, but on the podcast How I Built This, you'll probably hear tons of pivots. So the pivot is one thing, but then the other is if the project's a complete failure, it's okay, because in the example of the clothing line, the person might have picked up a lot of skills involving branding, design, websites, supply chain, textiles. So and then it can just be easily transferred over to another project. So that's kind of the gist of it, is that you have the choice, a conscious choice, to either see that you're moving down one hallway, or that you're one hallway with one fixed point, or you're moving down a hallway that as you keep moving, doorways are going to pop up as you go through this three-dimensional visualization. And so, yeah, use it on your own, use it with teams, and I hope that you don't get stuck too much and just start moving your projects forward.